I've been kind of tracking this coronavirus outbreak since late January, and I have put together a little timeline here for how it spread. The first thing I'll show you here is a little clip from January 21st, and that was when there was only a few thousand cases in China and only a handful of deaths, like less than 10. And the first U.S. case in Everett, Washington, from somebody who had flown here from Wuhan.
At least 6 people have died in an outbreak of the new coronavirus, which has now reached the United States. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has confirmed the first U.S. case has been detected in Washington state.
Okay, so I started doing screenshots of the cases of coronavirus on February 25th. And here's the first one here. In the United States, I'm paying particular attention to. It was 35 cases there and 0 deaths. Still mostly in China at that point. The next one I did wasn't until March 5th. That's 9 days later. And the U.S. is up to 162. China's gone up a little bit. South Korea is really getting slammed there too, with that religious gathering that was resulting in a few thousand cases being spread around there from a super spreader. All right, now it's the 6th, just a day later, from 162 to 239 in the United States. And Iran is trying to catch up to Italy there, and Iran is trying to catch up to South Korea, and Italy is also getting hit pretty hard. Okay, now the 9th, it's 3 days later, we're up to 566, so we've more than doubled in 3 days in the United States. And Italy and South Korea are neck and neck. Iran's almost up with them too. Okay, now 761 the next day in the United States. Italy and Iran and South Korea are jockeying for second, third, and fourth place. Okay, the 12th, 2 days later, 1,312 cases in the United States. Italy is now definitely in second place. We hear they're getting hit really hard there. Hospitals are overwhelmed. Not enough ventilators, not enough nurses, not enough staff. Okay, here's from a different site, but it's on the 14th. This one has deaths on it as well, so I don't know what there was as far as deaths earlier, but here on the 14th there was 41 deaths in the United States and 1,864 cases. This one's from the worldometer, however you say it. Anyway, this one is good too. I liked them both, but I think I stuck with this one pretty much. So that was the 14th. Now we're on the 18th. That was 1861, was it? Yeah. Now we're at 9,345. 9345. Wow. That's just in 4 days. Deaths from 41 to 150. Okay, 2 days later, we're up to 19,101. So we've gone up by almost 10,000 in 2 days. Deaths have gone up to 244 from 150. And that gives you the percent of deaths as compared to the number of cases, and it's 1.3. Now I think earlier, here it was 1.6. So it did go down because the testing is ramping up and we're getting a lot more cases compared to the number of deaths. Okay, the 21st, up to 24,148. Deaths are up to 285, and the number of percentage of cases that died is down to 1.2. But the case numbers are going up faster than the deaths. This is the same day later, 26,747. Deaths are up to 340. They had a bunch of them in New York. That brought up the death percentage a little bit. Okay, 22nd, 10:50 a.m., 30,285, deaths 389, still at 1.3%. And later on the same day, Everything's gone up a few thousand more. Deaths are 417. What was it before? 389. That's quite a bit for just a matter of hours. And later on the same night, 35,206 and 471. And it's still going up fast. 23rd at 2:50 p.m. 41,936. What was the last one? 35,206. And the deaths have gone up proportionally. Okay, and then the 23rd at 22:40 p.m. 46,418. And deaths are 610, staying at 1.3%. The 24th, about 24 hours later, we're up to 55,151. 794 deaths now, and the percentage has gone up a little bit, 0.1. 25th at 1710, less than 24 hours, we're up to 65,690. And 939 deaths, still at 1.4. 2100, same day. Yeah, 69,047 and 1.5. It's gone up a little bit on the deaths there. New York is getting hit so hard they can't handle it. People are dying that wouldn't otherwise be dying if they'd had adequate medical care. 26th, 1:10 p.m., 79. It's going up by 10,000 per day now. That's not, it hasn't even been 24 hours. It's only been about 16 hours. And deaths are 1121. 27th at 18:20 p.m. 103,812 from 79. Whew. Deaths went from 1121 to 1685, and that's a higher percentage. A couple of points there. Things are getting bad. At this point, I think it's safe to assume that everybody out there in the community has the virus. You don't know who does and who doesn't, so you got to assume everybody does. You've got to assume every surface you touch is contaminated. You got to wear a mask whenever you go out. Carry hand sanitizer with you. Wear disposable gloves when you're out, shopping or whatever. And throw them away. Don't take them in the house. Yeah. Doorknobs, handles, everything. Got to assume it's got the virus. All right. Well, everybody stay safe out there. This could be a long haul.